So see documentaries, about to get into it, y'all. I just got off work, so I'm about to get into it. So got a lot to say this time, so let's get into it. What's up, y'all? See documentary, about to get into it. Okay. I had a person ask me, D-Ray, today. He asked me, what's a smear campaign? I can answer that for you, D-Ray. I can answer it to you live on here, not in person, because it's a waste of my time, which I believe you do know the answer to this. You're not going to probably know the answer to smear campaign, but you do know what's going on. Okay, but I'm going to give it to you live anyway, because that's what I'm here for. Okay, D-Ray. Smear campaign is where somebody tells false the truth, but they don't tell you the full truth of a story. That's what a smear campaign is. And what they do is they tell you half of the story. They don't tell you the full story. All they tell you is the bad parts about you. Like, for example, myself. I'll use myself for example, D-Ray. I'll break it down to you. I want to break it down to you because I know you asked the question. I want to give you the answer. When I said smear campaign is they give you half the story, right? So let's say they're going to lie about, let's use somebody. Duke, for example, right? Duke likes to smoke, right? I'm going to use him for example, right? Somebody's going to be like, well, Duke's out of his mind. They're going to say Duke's crazy, right? They say he's crazy, he's doing all this stuff, right? But they're not going to tell you that they've been plotting on Duke, that they've been watching him, they've been stalking him, they've been poking at him, like kind of picking at and bullying him, right? They've been bullying Duke for a little while. So when Duke snaps, right? Duke snaps, they take that and they go, okay, they use it as fuel, and then they tell people, oh, there it is, he's crazy. And there's your smear campaign. There you go, D-Ray. That's a smear campaign. And that's how easy that is to happen to you, which I think you already know, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So that's a smear campaign. I wanted to tell you that because I remember you said you did not know smear campaign today when I saw you. But it's pretty obvious. And what it does is the public, what they do, D-Ray, I'm going to tell you what the public does. The public flips it. Well, the people that saw this on Duke, whoever called it on Duke, right, they flip it. They flip the story. And all they talk about is the part where Duke flipped out. So it makes Duke look crazy because he just flipped out. But they're not going to tell you that they harassed him the whole time and they poked at him and they isolated him and they bullied him. See, they're not going to tell you that part. They're going to skip that part. What they go into is how he reacted. You see what I'm saying? That's a smear campaign. And it goes public. So there's your smear campaign. That's how it works, D-Ray. That's what a smear campaign is. I hope I answered your question. I thought some of my documentaries, I thought they explained it very well, but hey, that's okay. I'll explain it again. I love to entertain anyway. Love to tell people stuff so they can get educated. So this is actually good. So maybe I need to iterate this again, but that's what it is. So it's where they tell half the story. They don't tell you what fully happens. They don't tell you what was going on. They tell you half the story. Even like Great Wide, what I just told you now. I can tell you I'm getting bullied all day long in Great Wide, but like nobody's not going to believe that. So it's coming to stairs and stalking. That's what it pretty much is, D-Ray. So you got people over your face doing like this, and you got random people you don't know that are in your face because of your reputation. And that's because you're supposed to be crazy, so everybody wants to see you crazy. And they will do anything to get the reaction of what I just told you. They'll do anything. I just like I told you that day, if you watch my other video, D-Ray, I was talking about Lollicup, like Kelly. They harassed me all day long at Lollicup, right? I got stalked, I got stared all day long, right? That happened, right? And I told you I got stalked and stared all day long. They harassed me the whole day. When I got to my car, Kelly knew they had harassed me. It was a girl there named Kelly. I could give you a picture of her if you want me to. But anyway, the main thing and the point is, she knew they had harassed me all day long, right? And I was mad because I was getting treated, they're invading my space, right? Which is your bubble, right? And you're thinking like, oh, I fight him. Okay, you fight one, there's another. You fight another one, there's another. Because it's in the public eye, because that's the way you're perceived. It's supposed to be crazy. So if you're supposed to be crazy, people are going to try to figure out why you're crazy. If they can't figure out a tactic of why you are crazy, guess what? Then they go to drastic measures. And that's when they do dirty things. dirty tactics to get what they need across because they want you to look bad at any means necessary. There you go. And that's why, so Kelly, what she did is she went out pulling out my car, and went back to Kelly, went out pulling my car, and then she acted like she was looking for something, but she was waiting for me to get mad and get angry and get in my car and get mad and everything else. So I gave her no satisfaction and I drove off. Now, if I would have reacted with it, she would have ran and told her friends, there he is in the car acting crazy. But she's not going to tell you that, see, they isolated me and they bullied me that whole time. She's not going to tell you that stuff. Between the stares and the stalking and leaning over your shoulder, they're not going to tell you all that. That's going out the window. What the goal is, like I said, you're supposed to be, like I said, in the public eye is the way they see you. So this is why they feel that they can pull these shenanigans all the time. So I hope that answers your question, D-Ray. I feel like I've given you a plain, simple answer as much as I can about it. But I figured you know the answer, but I'll give it to you anyway. And that's a public smear campaign. And that's how that works. So hopefully I answered your question. So I document to you. So this one's for you, D-Ray, I guess. Tell you about smear campaign and how it works. Because nobody else sees it that way. But in the public eye, if people spread something about you as bad and it goes public, people are going to try it because it's in the public eye. Like I said about Duke, just like I said, use Duke for example. I can use anybody. Who you want me to use? I can use anybody and I can break it down to you. Because bullying occurs in jobs. It's mostly by women, unfortunately. That's the main case of it, because women spread, they gossip, they talk. Girls talk to guys, guys tell their friends, boom, bam, there's your smear campaign. And no matter what you say, it doesn't matter because it's everywhere. Everybody's going to try. It could be a kid, it could be a mom, it could be a dad, it could be anybody. It doesn't make a difference because I'm using mom and dad, not terms, mom and dad, but I mean like just any kind of, parent or kid. It doesn't make no difference. Everybody's going to try because in the public eye, you're supposed to be out of your mind. So they want to see if you're out of your mind. And they will do dirty tactics to do it. That's great. Why? Same stuff. They do it all day long. And if I call them all on it, what they're going to use is they have an escape route. So they don't get nothing on me. What they're going to use is I'm out of my mind. If I call them out, they're going to say I'm crazy. I'm just seeing things. I'm paranoid. That's what they're going to use, right? If I don't say anything, they keep doing what they're doing until they find something on me. So that's how the scenario works. So I'm going to break it down for you, Ray. That's how that works. Because in the public eye, you're supposed to be known as something. And you can't fight everybody. I don't care how good you are in martial arts and boxing, kickboxing, and whatever the hell you know. It doesn't matter. Because once it's in the public eye, the public believes that you're this way. So they're going to treat you that way because that's what there's word of mouth. And they want to prove it. They want you to be guilty. No matter what you tell them, you can tell them all. I can tell them all day long what happened to me in manicure. I can say it all day long. But does that matter? No. In the public eye, you're crazy. It ain't going to matter what you say. All thing that proves them wrong is your actions. So I hope that answers your question, D-Ray, because I didn't want to confuse you by my talk. You said I start going off, I don't know where, I don't know. Some of my videos are different, so I can't tell you which one it is. But I wanted to make sure I answered your question, because that's how that works. But I'm glad you're watching my video. Maybe you can tell people to stop treating me like the way they do. Maybe you can help me. I don't know. Like I said, you're not going to, like I said, until you're in those shoes and you see people treat you like that, you're not going to understand. And have people stalk you and you show up and people look at you weird and you can't say anything about anything. And you have to go with the flow because you cannot fight the public. I don't care how many people use strong martial arts or whatever the hell you think you can do. That's cool. But if you're going to fight everybody you run into, good luck. You can't fight everybody. And what are you going to get them for staring at you? What are you going to do? Hit everybody? Okay, that's one down. Like I told you in my job, I'll explain this over, D-Ray. I'll break this down to you too. Okay, last time I was in there, I was working at a Lolly Cup. I had a guy named Sam, right? I got close to fighting him because he kept staring at my bubble. And no matter what I told him, the dude kept trying me. And then when I asked him about it, he could dive right to my face. Now, if I'd have hit that little boy, I'd have been in jail. You see what I'm saying? But is he invading my space? Yes. Is he staring me and stalking me down? Yes. I can tell you all day long that that kid did abuse to me, basically in short. But if I hit him, then I'm wrong, right? Then I'm angry and I'm just this madman, and I look bad already because my image is what's already perceived. That's why he's doing what he's doing. But if I hit him, okay, I'm beating up a 19-year-old. Who's going to give me credit for that? You see what I'm saying? But they're invading your space, which you perceive as how it is. So hopefully I'm educating you on this. Hopefully so. But I think you do already know the answer to this, but I'll still educate you still. So, but I'm glad you asked. Like I said, hopefully I'm answering some questions. That's good. I'm glad you asked the question. So that's the smear campaign, D-Ray. It's where, like I said, where people tell half a story and they don't tell the full story. They don't tell you what they did. They tell you what you did and how crazy and mad you were and how angry you were. And they were like, oh, he was talking to himself. But they're not going to tell you that they bullied you and they smeared your job. What they do when they smear your job too, let me tell you this, D-Ray, too, on the smear. When they smear your job, what they do is what you used to do in your job, what you used to get help with, now you don't get that help. And they know what they're doing. And they sabotage your work job, your work ethic. They sabotage it. And then they isolate you from everybody and keep you distance. So you don't know what's going on. You're trying to figure out what the heck's going on. But you never realize they did this. So they isolate you from everybody and make sure everybody stays away from you. And then they wait and they stalk you. So when you get mad or you react to something, oh man, then they run with it. And that's the way they treat you, because this is the game, and this is a girl game. This is the girl game they play. Why? I don't know. I can't tell you why. I think it's ridiculous, but this is what women do. Some women do, not all women, because I love my ladies. Don't get me wrong, but some women do that stuff. You have narcissistic women that do this stuff, and unfortunately, that's what happened to me. But like I said, do you want to really hear that? No. Everybody wants to hear is I'm guilty and I'm crazy. But like I said, I'm supposed to be out of my mind. But I'm telling you the truth. I can't explain these scenarios that happen without nobody explaining some of these stories to me that I have that no one can explain. And I can go on all day. And I can tell you all stuff people do all day long if I wanted to. But would it make a difference? No. Are they going to lie to my face? Yes. Of course they are. They're going to say I'm crazy. They're going to come with any excuse to make me look bad no matter what I tell you, because it's in the public eye, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, they know that, and that's why they do what they do. And I get mad, then I react, and they do it more because they know it gets to me. They know it bugs me, and that's why they do it. And if you fight, okay, that's one. You fight, there's another one. You fight, there's another one, and it doesn't end. And that's the beauty of a public smear campaign. There's your beauty of it. So you can't fight. You can. But like I said, I fight like I said, if it's necessary, it better be life or death. Past that, I'll let them do their little stupid shenanigans. I don't care. But if it's life or death, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. But it's annoying because you get treated so badly in the public eye. And it hurts your mindset too, because the way you see the world's been flipped, everything has been flipped upside down. It's like, imagine you doing just the normal stuff you usually do, just the normal stuff, and everybody's staring at you. Everybody's waiting on you. And you're looking like, what the hell's going on? Everybody's waiting on you. So everybody's staring at your direction when you come in. And you don't even have no why. And you can't say anything because there's nothing that's going to make that better. And anything you say, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's not going to matter. They don't want to hear. They want to see action. They want to see you do whatever you're supposed to be doing that they described you as. As for Duke, like you say, he'd be crazy, right? So they want to see Duke crazy. They want to see you get mad. They want to see rage. They want to see anger. They want to see the best reaction they can get out of you. And that's why they do these shenanigans. And it's especially if it's in the public eye, that means anybody will try. It could be a kid, adult, a cop. It does not make no difference. Cops will just stay away from you because your name is so messed up they don't want to be near you. And that's why I said that's why I said that, what I said about the cops. Unless I like rob a bank or I do something, I break into something, the cops don't want me. I'm a waste of time because my public image is so messed up that I'm a waste of time. I think catching me would be a waste of time to them. Because of my public name, I'm supposed to be out of my mind. So that's why I'm explaining to you, D-Rap. It's not that I've done anything. It's just because of what the reputation of what people see me as. So I hope I answered your question, because I wanted to explain to you there, but like I said, I believe 100% you know the answer. I think you all do. But I just don't care because it's a waste of time. But that's why I document for y'all, because if it's going to be my word versus God knows how many, and especially if it's in the public eye. My words really fall on deaf ears sometimes. So I'm hoping that, maybe somebody out there, some person out there I've saved with this information. So if they ever do go through a public smear campaign, they can understand how this works and what they go through in the phases of a smear campaign. So they can understand how it happened, deal with it the best way they can. Because it's hard, because your world is flipped upside down. And everything is not what it used to be. And that's the hard part, because in your mind you see everything like normal, and then you're looking like, what the heck is going on? But you didn't know it's to realize it's called like I said, that's why I said it's a smear campaign, because it's a little bit of time, and they're breaking you down in time. And when they gossip, they tell everybody they can, as many the mother, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew, whoever they can get to, because they want as many people to believe whatever they've been told. And it spreads like a virus. So then somebody else tells somebody else, and they tell somebody else, and then there's your smear campaign. There you go. And like I said in the beginning, D-Ray, like I tell you, guys, we want the girls, right? Girls tell guys tell friends, and there's your smear campaign, my friend. Simple as that. And it just passes on, and it goes through. Even the kids try it too. Like I said, it does not matter. It's because of that's what you're known, your representation. That's what you're known. Your reputation tells you that you're that person. Even though you ain't doing nothing like that, you try to stand up for yourself. But like I said, you try to defend yourself. And when you left the job, I left the job because I was getting violent. And if I would have stayed there, I would have knocked some heads off, and it would have done me no good. But I didn't know that when I left the job, they decided, hey, you know what? Okay, you left the job. You think you're safe, but I'm smearing your name. I'm telling people bad things about you. So when people see you, they're laughing at you, and you're wondering like, what the hell's going on? But you haven't realized that they've been smearing your name, telling people bad things about you. So then, like I said, and it just passes on. It's like a wave. It just keeps going. And then, it's like a virus. Like I said, a wave or a virus, whatever you want to call it, and it just keeps going. So then there's your smear campaign. And then you're stuck because you don't even know what's going on. So you're blindsided by it. You can't explain it to nobody. And if you say anything, they're looking like, well, yeah, fool. But you're in the public eye. So nobody's not going to care what you're talking about. Because in your eyes, you're guilty until proven innocent. And if you're not, and, if they don't, like I said, they don't find anything, then they go to dirty tactics. And they'll do anything dirty. I mean, the dirtiest things you can think of, just to see if you're gonna crack. Like I'll use Great White for example. Like if this goes out the way they want it to go, what they're gonna try to do is get something on me. And if I have a thought or process or say anything, they're gonna run with it. And what they're gonna do is use it against me. So how they're gonna use it against me? Okay, what they're gonna do is they're gonna use a fear tactic, right? Because like I said, they catch anything, they're gonna use a fear tactic because they want you. They want you to feel scared of them, so they can run and use you any kind of way they want to. So then when you leave, because you're getting tired of getting bullied, right? So you're gonna leave, right? So they want you to feel that way. So then when you leave, they're gonna tell everybody they can bad about you, that you were this mad person, blah 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 blah. They're gonna run with it, and who's gonna defend you? Nobody, because they make you quit, and they know what they're doing. They're not retarded. They all know what they're doing. But like I said, it's a smear campaign. This is how this works, but it's in the public eye, so they see you that way. And it's not going to matter what you say, whatever I tell you, it does not matter, because, like I said, if you're perceived a certain way in the public eye, D-Ray, you can, like I said, your martial arts and you and Jesse and all your kickboxing and all this other crap. Let me tell you, that means SHIT when it comes to a public smear campaign, because you can't fight everybody you run into, and it's not going to matter. And then your girls, everybody talk about girls and the girls down there. Oh man, I saw the girls. Let me tell you about them girls. Them girls are going to run from you. They're not going to talk to you at all. They're going to stay away from you. They're going to try to watch you, and they're going to try to get away from you because your reputation is so bad. And that's why they do it, because of your rep. And it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. There's nothing going to make it better. There is nothing. All that I can think that makes this better that I'm realizing through this public smear campaign is time. That's the only thing I'm realizing. Everything else is irrelevant. You can try every tactic in the book. I don't care what you say. In the public eye, you're crazy. So in their eyes, they think they can do whatever they want to do. And they'll do some crazy things. Like Kevin was riding today, and he saw that car, and he was like, well, why is that car doing that? I said, because I'm in the car, basically, in short. But I wouldn't tell him that because he's not going to believe me anyway. And the reason why they do that is because, like I told you, I'm in the public eye. Because I'm supposed to be out of my mind, so they want to see me do stuff. So when they see it, it's like a fun game. It's like, oh man, it's the guy. So they get excited, they get the jocks off, and they're like, oh, okay, let's see what he does. And the old, young, kid, wife, woman, it doesn't, man, woman, kid, it doesn't make no difference. And what they'll do is they'll sit there and wait for me to show up. And like I said, as soon as they see me, it's like game time. So they'll do any routine. Even if you watch my old videos and my smear campaign movements, I think smear campaign moves, if you watch them, D-Ray, they explain what they do and how they do this. Like I said, they do it in cars. They do it everywhere. I've seen everybody do it. I've seen Kev try. I've seen Duke try. I've seen them all try. But I think they have love for me. But they all try. I've watched it. Like I said, but, like I said, I don't say nothing because what's the point? And if I tell them, they're going to lie anyway in my face. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's called a public smear campaign. And what people do is, like I said, once they create a bad name about you, people want to know if it's true. So they pull the same shenanigans as everybody else does. And I've seen everybody try. I've seen my roommate Brandon try. I've seen my roommate James try. I've seen them try. And it doesn't mean they're bad people. They are good people. But when the public says you're supposed to be a certain way, a persona that they're giving you, people are going to try because of what they've heard. And they're not going to stop because because you're a good person. Nobody cares about that. It's your image, your rep of who you are. Your reputation means a lot. You know who you are. Your rep means a lot. And if your rep's been ruined, then people they can do whatever. It doesn't matter. They're like, well, he's crazy anyway, so I can do whatever I want. And you can go out fighting, like I said, but if it's in the public eye, not even Kevin can beat everybody. And I'm sorry, and Kevin can fight, and I'll give him that. You can fight. Let's see, Jesse can fight, Duke can fight, but you can't fight everybody. And there's no way you're going to win that battle. So you have to do the hard routine, which is the hardest part in the world. I think the hardest thing to do ever in my life I've ever done is you have to turn your other cheek. And you got to turn around. Because you can't do anything. You fight one, okay, then somebody else is going to do it. You call another, somebody else is going to do it. And then it's just going to keep going. Because like I said, in the public eye, you're known as this person. And no matter what you do, that's the way you're perceived as. No matter how nice you are, I tried that routine before. You can be nice as you can, come in there cool, collective, like you said, Jesse. Just talk to them, tell them what's going on. That's a waste of time. Nobody cares. You can be the nice person in the world. I can be nice to everybody. I can be nice to my roommates. I can be nice to everybody in the world. But it doesn't make no difference if that's the way you're perceived as. That's just part of, okay, that's cool. You're good, you're nice, but, you're a good person. That's fine. You can fight. Congratulations. But you can't do anything. You can't do anything if people perceive you as that certain way. You can't control the way you're perceived as. No matter how nice you are, it does not make no difference. It doesn't matter. Because actually, the more way the smear campaign works is they actually are nice to you in your face. That's funny to you, Ray. It's funny you mention that. This is the way this works. They're funny in your face, and they'll act buddy-buddy with you. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be nice. D-Ray, I want to ask you, have you ever seen the movie, what's it, Goodfellas, right? You never, when the main guy, and I think it was Robert De Niro, and he said once they sent him to California, and he's like, yeah, if I went to California, I've been whacked. He said, the attacks that you don't see coming are the main ones that happen. He said, you know what? He said, they always come in your face. They come with smiles and all before they whack you. Same thing. Everything comes in smiles. Everything looks good. Everything's supposed to look nice. Everything looks good on the surface. It's supposed to look nice. They want you calm and comfortable so they can catch you in the act. There you go. And that's the way that works. So I hope I broke it down for you, D-Ray, because that's the way this works. They want to see you react, and they act nice in your face. Kind of sounds funny, huh? Sounds like something you know, huh? But anyway, that's what they do. They act funny in your face. They act nice. Everything looks good. Like I said, it's supposed to look Gucci on the surface. Everything looks great. But on the side, they're actually trying to catch you. They're supposed to watch you and observe you and catch you in the act, because whatever you've been accused of, and when you're going through public, whatever you've been accused of, whatever it is, like I said, they're gonna try to do whatever you've been accused of. I'm supposed to be out of my mind. So that's what they're gonna do. So they'll do those routines, and that's why they do it. But they want to come in smiles because they want to see how far they can go, and that's why they do what they do. But they all do it. It's just a different form of it. So I have to break that down to you, and that's how that works. It's sad to see that people would do this stuff, especially after knowing you for years, like people I know that I've known for years, and I see them doing the same tactics as I see the people out there, so I don't see no different. But because, they'll do it. They'll do the same tactics, and I'll watch them do it, and I just look and I put my head down because I already know. And this is what I mean by that, D-Ray, so you can understand it. I hope I broke it down for you real clear as possible as I could. I don't know if you need more. Next time we see each other, I can tell you more about it. But that's basically what it is right there, what I just told you. And that's what they do. And you wouldn't realize that because, like I said, everything's supposed to look, like everything's good on the surface. It's supposed to. They want you calm. They want you relaxed. So they can get what they want out of you without any violence. The goal is not to get nobody hurt. The goal is to get you mad, to get you react, to get you in fear and get mad because you're outnumbered. You are outnumbered and you are ganged up on. You are. And you're scared and you're stalked. And you can't, like I said, you can't fight everybody. I don't care who you think you are. You think you're Bruce Lee or whatever, but you can't fight everybody that you run into. It's a waste of time. You'd be fighting every day. I'd be fighting every day. I would never get out of bed. Think about it. I would never get out of bed because I'd be fighting every day. Because as soon as I walk out that door, it's game time. It's game time. And they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait and they plot. And they wait and they wait and they'll do different routines. But it's all the same. Like I said, to catch you. It doesn't matter what you tell them. I could tell them all day long that, what happened to me. I could break it down word for word. I can give them the whole rundown what I just told you, what happened to me. But are they going to listen to that? No. The goal is to catch me. It doesn't matter. It's in the public eye. So nobody cares about my opinion. They don't care. It went down. This is the public eye. This is the way they see you. Fine. There you go. So hopefully I broke that down to you, Ray, better. Best as I can. I don't know any other way of breaking that down for you. Like I said, that's my best way of breaking it down, but I think you already know the answer. I think you all do, but it is what it is. I'll still break it down because I got love for y'all. So, like I said, I have no hate, no bitterness. I'm just breaking down something that's very simple, but that's the way this works, man. So I hope I answered your question. So, as much as I could. So that's a smear campaign. That's what it is. And it started, like I said, it starts from a group. And like I said, and what they do is they tear your name down. And like I said, in the public eye, once they start telling whoever, it spreads like a virus. It doesn't even matter. It's like a virus, and it spreads. And if they get enough people to, hook them, line, sinker, get them in, people will follow it because they hear it from somebody else, and it just spreads. So you're going to get tried every time because this is what they've heard about you. And that's called a smear campaign. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Nah, it doesn't matter. It's just about the way they perceive you. And that's what it is. So if I did anything like, let's say, D-Ray, I was in my car and I was jamming the music, they'll run with it. They'll tell people, I'm out of my mind, I'm singing, I'm talking to myself. But I probably listen to music just jamming, but they'll run with it. And that's how grimy they are. Because, like I said, in the public eye, does it matter? It's already in the public eye. So anybody can get against you. It doesn't even make no difference. Because you're in the public eye. Anybody will use any trick necessary. They will sit out there for hours. If I'm out there, let's say I'm outside for a while, they will sit out there for hours waiting on me. And that's sad they'll do this, but they will sit out there for hours because I'm out there. And this is why they do it, because they heard the same thing. And like I said, it's in the public eye. You can't do anything about the public eye. There's nothing you can do. Because they perceive you as this is the way you're known as. And no matter what you say to them, no matter how good you tell your story, I can tell my story. I told my story to Kevin. I told my story to Duke. I told my story to you, Jesse. I told my story to everybody. But does it matter? No. In the public eye, if you're perceived as a certain way, I told my stuff to Brandon, James. I told all of them. Does it matter? No. It's in the public eye. It's the way you're perceived as. It does not matter. I can tell you all day long what happened and how it happened and what went down. But if you're perceived as a certain way, no matter what, in the public eye, good luck. It won't matter what you say because you already been perceived as whatever they accuse you of. So that's how that works, D-Ray. And no matter what you say, it doesn't matter. I can tell them all day long, hey man, I got messed up, I got bullied, and I got picked on. What do you want me to tell you? What else do you want me to say? And a bunch of girls. Do you want me to hit them? No, I don't gain anything from that. Hitting girls, you don't gain nothing. I don't care if you hit. I don't care if you think you're the king and mighty of all this other stuff. But hitting girls is not one of my things. That's all. I don't do that. I just don't. I don't. I grow up don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else is different. To each his own. I'm not hating on nobody. If they gotta slap a girl a couple times, that's what they do. That's their business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I just don't do that. I was raised better than that, but it is what it is. But I can understand, I can understand how people get there because girls know how to push guys' buttons. Don't get me wrong, and I love my ladies. So I tell you the truth. So that's my truth to it, D-Ray. And like I said, and if you'd have hit them, guess what? You're going to jail, and nobody's not going to care about your reason. Like I told you before, like I said on my other videos, if you watch my other videos, again. Okay, nobody cares about that unless that girl's out of her mind and she's physically harming you. Nobody's not going to care. It's a woman. This is Washington, buddy. Good luck. These are women. Are you serious? Anybody's gonna care about me telling you that some girls bullied me? Are you serious? Nobody's not gonna care. That's women. No, a guy in our society, guys are strong ones, right? The girls are the weak ones. Just the way they look at it. I don't believe girls are weak. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I've said it in other videos, and I tell you the truth. But if unless something's mentally wrong with this girl, there's no way nobody's gonna do nothing for you. I don't care if you're telling the truth or not, because in our society we look at women, as a certain way, and no matter what you say, it cannot be perceived that way. So there you go. All right, this is C Documentaries. I feel like I've given you all I got. I hope I answered your question, D-Ray. I'm glad you asked. So, and that's my answer for you. I don't know what to say. It sucks. It really does. It really does suck. I mean, to be on the other side of this, because I mean, just your world's flipped upside down. Everything you knew is just flipped upside down. So, this is C Documentary signing out. Holla at your boy.